Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting.
Most definitely off the back, I'm back with another exclusive video. This particular video reaction right here is of that man, Almighty Suspect, an ex-No Jumper host. Shortly after he was fired from No Jumper, speculations grew into basically he was fired because he pulled a knife on Brandon, the newest No Jumper host. I guess his replacement. So with that being said, let's review Almighty charges. You feel me? I'm saying they're very interested to know. And you know, I'm not really into revealing nobody charges, but I'm gonna let the other people speak and I'm just gonna conversate over you. You feel me? But with that being said though, understand I have had a video with him, Jaleese. I've had other videos where he has given some type of energy off into the public eyes. So this is why it's very interesting for people, because he was acting like he had a big chip on his shoulder. Make sure you like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Meanwhile, me peoples, let's jump right off into the video.
It really be mean, definitely,
That definitely happened.
Whatever you choose to do, you do as your building. I'm just saying, like, goddamn, man, because it'll bother me if I look up and something happened with nephew.
What do you mean?
Just what I'm saying. This is
suspect.
This is part of his program. Yeah, this part of his program. Believe it or not, it's part of his program.
So what do you think he's going to go do?
He got a void. Now he got a void. He got open space. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying no punish him, but damn, at least give him something to look forward. Tell him like, look, you out 2 weeks, 30 days.
Almighty Suspect is back in the news, and I think he crashed out in a particular way. And the reason I believe that, not because I talked to anybody, but because I looked at his charges, and the only thing that made sense was the thing that made the most sense. So I'll show y'all the long form, and then right here I'll show y'all the arrest date, 6/2/2025 at 10. Arresting agency, Superior Court, Torrance Courthouse, booked on 6/2/2025. Did he make that bond? For sure. But y'all know, it's something that I believe I'm going to be able to point out that nobody else did. Remanded to custody, arrest warrant requested, and then warrant bail set. All right, so he had this going for a minute. He had this going March 14th, okay? Just decided he was going to ignore it or whatever the heck the case may be. Go right here, and I want to break this down for y'all, right? Because I think this right here is everything. So everybody who's blaming the one guy, the Brandon dude, he ain't had nothing to do with this, because it would have happened March 14th, 2025. I'm not aware of anything happening between them two since then, okay? So, here we go. Date the 2nd June. Plead of not guilty to complaint. What's the charges, though? Stalking, illegal use of tear gas, weapon. There you go. Unlawful possession, use of tear gas, weapon, ex-felon. Remember, Almighty Suspect is a felon, unfortunately. So he probably took his strike, so he ain't had to do no serious time and everything like that. But I'm going to tell y'all what I think screwed him over. They said stalking. Basically, he was on somebody's heels, and then basically illegal use of tear gas as a weapon. So he has 3 felonies. Now, y'all probably like, well, Nash, why the hell would suspect be carrying a canister of tear gas? Well, I know for a fact that man ain't running around with the big old tear gas that y'all think. Check this out. Do it this way real quick, because I think this is what happened, right? And when I say this, y'all gonna be like, oh, snap, this makes sense. Tear gas is a broad term for riot control agents that cause temporary incapacitation through irritation primarily to the eyes, nose, throat, and skin.
I'm just going to give it to you guys raw and uncut. You feel me? I'm saying I'm going to keep it real. Brad nailed it to the T. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because I remember at one particular time back in the days, you know what I'm saying, I feel like if you got some pepper spray or for surely like a taser or something, that was considered a weapon, so you had to have some type of permit. I know they doing that today, I believe, you feel me? And like, you know what I'm saying, it's funny because, you know, even CEOs, they don't even know how to use that properly. Better said, I didn't see CEOs, you know what I'm saying, pepper spray themselves under the pressure of a group disturbance or something. You feel me? So, they got trainings for these type of things. So if you using that properly, get down crazy, acting like you some type of gorilla pimp, and you already got the image of how you portray yourself to be, and you got these things making you look some type of way in the industry or just the public eyes, on top of already ways you to act out and being immature or just seem like, you feel me, emotional dude, they gonna nail you, bruh.
Common types of tear gas include CS gas, CR gas, CN gas, and various pepper spray formulations. Well, did y'all know that just by you carrying some pepper spray, you could be charged with a felony of tear gas? Crazy thing, right? Because the CS gas, and there's no way I could try to freaking say that word, yeah, hell nah. A widely used tear gas agent known for its potent and irritating effects. I don't believe he had that. The dibenzax, whatever the hell. A more potent tear gas agent, that CS gas, also causes significant irritation. CN gas, chloroacetophenon, I don't know. An odor tear gas agent less potent and more toxic than CS gas. But here's what I believe that he had. A pepper spray. These sprays use the natural OC or synthetic PAVA capsaicinoids, I don't know, derived from chili peppers to cause pain and irritation. I think suspect got caught with some damn pepper spray on him, and that's what got him in. I want you to know, this right here hammers it. In California, convicted felons are prohibited from purchasing, possessing, or using pepper spray. This restriction applies regardless of whether the felony conviction was in California or another state. Additionally, anyone with a prior conviction for the misuse of pepper spray is also prohibited. That's what I believe he got caught with. Sometimes, bruh, your past, what you've done in the past, can come back to get you. Sometimes misinterpretation of law. Sometimes people not being educated on what they're doing. These things always exist. They've always have. They always will. So there's that second thing. And I want to make this emphatically clear. All of this stuff happened way in March. So there's no way that certain people who will be named can actually be a part of this stuff as far as the reason why he's down. Now, what I will say about suspect is this, bro. They're going to tell you in court, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Bruh, ain't never lied, though, especially being a felon. You better be on top of your business, man. You better have a good lawyer, or you better be doing some type of good understanding of looking up some laws yourself, and even going to that library, man, and doing an old-fashioned, or even using that smartphone that you got. You dig what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, when they get charges, they take anything. They let the pressure be for what it is. Even right now, bro got all them charges. That don't mean he gonna be convicted of them. They ramp your charges up just to see if you're gonna take some of them. You know what I'm saying? They want you to take some. Well, let me take that back for a second and rewind that. Because bro do got some strange charges. So I really can't say. And at the end of the day, bro don't give you no room to think some of these things ain't true. Because of how he's so emotional. Sometimes he remind me of you feel me? You dig what I'm talking about? But look, meanwhile, whatever the case might be though, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I wish that man of luck. I don't wish no jail on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking my stuff, you know what I'm saying? But at the same token though, the truth is in the pudding though. You dig what I'm saying?
That's what they gonna holler. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. To be on your toes and be in the know is something that's on you. It's not on anybody else. And I'm not here to, cast aspersions or say that he's guilty and all that crap and everything like that. But it's one of those things where they're going to pile it on. He has 3 felony charges, 3 of them. It's not as though he's looking at, a misdemeanor and all this stuff and everything and blah, blah, blah. And ultimately, do I think he'll do some time? Probably. But if I'm him, had to fight like hell. Now, there's statements about where he's housed and if it's PC and all this crap and everything. Listen, I ain't no jailbird, so I can't really tell you. I know.
Man, I did see that little skit though, you know what I'm saying, when he put OG on the phone though. You know what makes me more puzzled about the situation is this. You feel me what I'm saying? Hey man, you might be under some rent. And you may be under PC, but I don't think OG under PC. So maybe you may be under somebody's wings though, because for somebody to be from BPS, even if you an ex though, you know what I'm saying, person from BPS, you know what I'm saying, they don't function far as with the neighborhood as far as I know. So at the end of the day, it's like, man, what's really going on? Maybe you got some good family or something though. Meanwhile, whatever it may be, just because you popping it on that phone a certain way, you know, sometimes you over exaggerate a lot of things. So, hey man, I'm gonna cover that story too though. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I really want to know what's going on though, man. Let's keep it raw and uncut though, because you've been popping it for a minute. You made it seem a lot of ways when Brick Baby was down and different people.
I know how rules go because of all the niggas who get out of jail and get to talking and yammering and yapping and all that. Like, oh yeah, you gotta be like this. Oh yeah, you gotta do that. Oh, this and that. Yeah, we got everybody's prison story. We got everybody's tough thug story. We got everybody's jail stories. Everybody's prison stories. So we pretty much are familiar with protocol.
I still disagree, and I still feel like it's a little different from bruh because he's an ex-gangbanger and he's in LA. You know what I'm saying? They not playing no games. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're going to stand on business. And you have been on this podcast channel popping it and doing what you've been doing, portraying different things, speaking on certain people. So, you know what I mean? I can't say that he ain't in PC. I don't care who get on the phone. You feel me? And I don't know his whole little gangster story or whatever. And just because you then ran a fade and didn't get jumped, you know what I'm saying? It's certain circumstances and different things that you have done that made you feel like, you know, or made me see that you was kind of, you know what I'm saying, itch made, you know what I'm saying? With the whole little spitting on people and different things and popping in like you was really like that. You feel me? Now you are in a situation, you got to really show.
But I don't know, bro. Do I feel bad for him? Yeah. Do I feel like he knew this was coming? Probably. Should y'all feel bad for him? That's on you. But I will say this. Whatever more to the story is, I'll reserve judgment on if I feel bad for him because there are certain friends, and I'm not saying cuz is my friend and that we cool, but there are certain people that you like, you know what I'm saying, that you cool with and everything, but when they mess up, bro, you just sit back and go, man, that's on them, bro. Ain't nothing that the world could do. Does cuz come off as a hothead? 100%. Can he articulate himself? For sure. Will he beat these charges? Hell if I know. But I'm rooting for him as long as he ain't do nothing crazy. Now, if it's some stuff where he, I hate to say it, where he was basically harassing and stalking, well, they didn't put harassment in there. So if he was stalking a woman or something like that, who clearly indicated, I'm not interested in you, and get caught with pepper spray, well then, cuz, that's on you. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just picturing in my head scenarios where I can just go, yeah, nah, I can't rock with cuz. And that would be one of them. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this one. Do y'all agree with what I came up with? Or do y'all think, you know what, it might be something else? Because I think I did a pretty damn splendid job at explaining exactly what I believe happened. So y'all let me know, man. Sure to keep your people aware. Subscribe to our bells to notify. We reloaded.
I was rich then, but you ain't even know it like Rocco. We don't keep score, we just keep on scoring.